in this one. You've got Mark Resch, Maggie Timon leading the way in terms of officials, and also you've got Bruce Morris. The ball's thrown up by Bruce Morris and corralled by Penn State, rocking the black and pinks. I love it. Those are the original Penn State school colors back in the late 1800s. Burke has it at the top. Penn State moving it right to left. They swing it out to McKenna Marisa just inside the arc. A dump to Camden near corner. Back to Marisa, the near wing. Pulls up at the free throw line, picks up her dribble, spins with her right foot. The ball's jousted from behind and taken away by Ashley Scoggins, the JUCO transfer. Pulls up 6 feet away from the rim and then wings it back out to the wing. A dump to Kate Kane inside, and the 4-foot hook shot rattles in for Kane. 2-0. Nebraska leads Penn State. 9:22 to go in the first. Burke all alone, far side three, too long, and a rebound for Ruby Porter, freshman from Australia. Here's Sam Hybe, 7th in the Big Ten in scoring at over 17 per game. Hands it off to Scoggins, over to Porter, left wing. Nebraska only plays about 7 players, as Joe mentioned in the pregame. Small rotation, but it's a gritty team. Hybe down the right side, slashing her way inside, partially distorted by Burke, and Camden tried to save it on the near end line. But it's last touched by Camden. It'll be Nebraska basketball in their road reds with white numbers and black trim. Hybe on the baseline to our right.
Lady Lions going man-for-man defense in the early going here. We've seen a lot of zone from them as of late.
The ball is poked in the air by Burke, goes into Craven's hands. A kick out to Hybe for 3 near corner, in and out. Offensive rebound for Hybe. A shovel to Kane, knocked away by McKenna Marisa. That's an early takeaway for the Lady Lions. 8:43 to go in the first. 2-0. Nebraska leads. Marisa at the top. Marisa played with foul trouble last game. Pulls up for a long 2 straight away. Rolls off the front side of the rim. Rebound by the 6'5" Kate Kane. Here's Hybe, center court. Over to Scoggins. That's a 30-foot 3, far wing. Swirls out. Rebound Marisa. Very good rebounding guard. Marisa starts, stops, blows past Porter. Extra pass to Camden. Deep inside, who lays it in the left block. Unselfish play by the roommates. And 2-2 the score.
Marisa drawing the defense towards her and throwing it through the double team to Camden, wide open on the other side of the lane.
Marisa averaging 17 points per game her last 4. But that was an assist right there. Nebraska moving it left to right. 2-2 the score. 2 minutes gone by in the first. Scoggins has it at the top. Scoggins not bashful at all, but she'll dump it inside to Kane. Turnaround jumper for Kane. 6 feet off the heel of the rim. Cleared by Nia Beverly. Beverly better than a 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio to Marisa. And Camden gets it. Counts in the foul. She bangs it off the glass. Little 4-foot bunny in the lane goes. Second straight assist for Marisa. Second straight field goal for Camden. Camden's really come alive, Joe. Back-to-back double-figure scoring efforts. First 11 games, she only had 2 double-figure scoring efforts.
And she has provided a presence in the middle when Johnasia Cash has not been in, whether through fouling or other reasons. It's been Camden really providing a solid defensive presence inside, as well as that solid offensive presence inside, as she has in the first 2+ minutes tonight.
Camden hits the free throw. Then they see some blood on the right knee of McKenna Marisa. So Heather Gagney's got to do a really quick tape job on the right knee, and they get that squared away. No blood right there. Mark Resch says, let's play on. 5-2, Penn State leads Nebraska. 7:42 to go in the first. Nebraska moving it left to right.
Kudos to Heather Gagney, by the way, for that quick tape job on McKenna Marisa's cut.
Yeah, that's her 15 seconds of fame right there for athletic trainers. You got to make the most of that moment. Hybe has it to the right wing, over to Cravens at the top, jabbing with her right foot, and it's swatted away by Hagens with the steal. Burke picks up the 50-50 ball, crosses the midcourt stripe. Soft pass to Marisa, blow by against Scoggins, shot blocked from behind by Kane. School's all-time leader in blocks, now 327. And Nebraska has it, down 3. 3 minutes gone by in the first. Hybe right wing, ball over her head to Kane at the top. Porter left wing, holds the ball over her head. Waiting for a play to develop, popping up at Scoggins. Scoggins just 6 for her last 31 from downtown, but she was in the gym after the Wisconsin game, an hour shooting. Layup off the window, short, and cleared by Hagens. Hagens running the point guard duty. She's really stepped up with Kelly Jaycott out. Hagens has it on the left wing. Penn State rocking the black and pink. Marisa with the blue headband, knee-high dribble to Hagens near wing. Moves to the near side to Camden, pops up for 3, near wing. Oh, pops out. Offensive rebound from McKenna Marisa, and it's poked away from behind, but Marisa picks it back up, and they reset with Beverly between the rings. 6:25 to go in the first. 5-2, Penn State leads Nebraska. Penn State with the ball. Beverly to Camden. Camden starts, stops to Beverly. Long three, near side. It's good. She's a 44% three-point shooter. Hits that one. 8-2. Penn State leads. It's an 8-0 run with 6:08 to go in the first.
And Penn State playing great team offense and team defense. The help has been outstanding on both sides.
Cravens kniving her way through the teeth of the defense, splits a double team between Beverly and Camden, lays it in on the right block softly with her fingertips. It's 8-4. Penn State leads Nebraska, 5:52 to go. Marisa down the left side, twirling in traffic, pirouetting. Shot comes up short, cleared by Hybe. Hybe at the top. Down the right side she goes. A kick out to Scoggins. Scoggins to Cravens. Eastern Washington transfer. To Kane down low. Soft hook shot goes for Kate Kane. Bully her way inside with her size and her tenacity. 8-6. Penn State leads Nebraska.
But you know what, Justin? Johnasia Cash is waiting at the scores table, so next stoppage it's going to be Kane against Cash. A little different matchup inside.
Camden, she'll fire a three far wing. That sails off the front iron, and last touch by Marisa, try to get her second offensive rebound. 8-6, Penn State leads Nebraska, 5:14 to go in the first quarter, and there she is. Johnasia Cash does check in for Anna Camden. Camden had the big three-point play. Camden's got 5 points to lead all scorers, but she's out.
And remember, Cash coming off the career high in points, 28 against Purdue on Sunday in the win.
5 double-doubles her last 6 games for the transfer from SMU. It's Nebraska ball moving left to right, down 2, 8-6. Far corner 3, Ruby Porter, front rim no, rebound Burke. Here's Nia Beverly, zigzagging her way across the court to Marisa, steps into a 3, far wing, back iron, high rebound for Bella Cravens, who's averaging nearly 9 rebounds per game in Big Ten play, and then a foul on Maddie Burke.
That's going to be on
Cash, excuse me. That's her first, team's first. 4:47 to go in the first, each team with a foul. It's 8-6. Penn State leads Nebraska. We'll step aside.
Into 2 turnovers. This has been a harassing Lady Lion defense, and the help defense has been outstanding so far as they employ full court man-to-man pressure.
Nebraska 7-4 in Big Ten play. Penn State 3-6. Hybe's able to break the press here. We see our first look at Annika Stewart, who just checked in. Highly regarded freshman from Minnesota, number 21 in red. Hybe at the top. Down the right side she goes. Pulls up at the wing. A shovel to the aforementioned. Bella Cravens is checked. Izzy Bourne is checked in for the first time. She'll launch a 3. Missed the last 4 games with an ankle injury, but an offensive rebound for Hybe. Driving baseline. Good closeout by Marisa. Right wing 3 for Porter, short. And Nebraska's 0 for 5 from downtown, cleared by Cash.
And they made just 2 for their last 10 from the field overall.
Beverly at the right wing, behind the back dribble, driving kick. Hagen's extra pass, Burke, near wing 3, off the front iron, short. Cleared by Izzy Bourne. Good to have Izzy Bourne back in your Amy Williams club. She is one of the best players on Nebraska, but laying it in, going 94 feet herself with Sam Hybe. And all of a sudden, it's an 8-8 score with 3:50 to go in the first. A little 6-0 spurt for the Huskers.
And it's really been points off turnovers and points on the run for Nebraska.
Curling inside, it's McKenna Marisa. Comes up short on the layup attempt, but there is a foul. Foul is on Sam Hybe. Her first, team second, but it was in the act of shooting. And 2 free throws coming up for McKenna Marisa. A couple pregame shows ago, we talked with Carolyn Keeger. They want to see McKenna Marisa get to the free throw line more here, Joe. She's only attempted 14 free throws in 9 Big Ten games.
Well, and that's the thing, is that McKenna Marisa, as part of becoming and making those leaps as a scorer, has to get to the free throw line more. And a lot of it is going to be driving inside. And we've seen her do that here more effectively, starting on the road trip against Illinois and Purdue and extending into tonight, her second trip to the free throw line this evening.
First free throw made, second free throw is true for the 76% free throw shooter. 10-8, Penn State leads. Nebraska moving it left to right. But Izzy Bourne is back in the lineup for Nebraska. Missed the last 4 games after spraining her ankle in the waning minutes against Michigan State last month. Bourne has it at the top. Over to Porter, right wing. Entry to Bourne, going one-on-one against Cash. Spinning, blocked by Cash. And last touch by Bourne on the inline. It's Penn State ball moving right to left. Great defense by Cash, staying up without bending her back and fouling.
And now Kane is back in. And I said it over the weekend, especially against Fatu Dion of Purdue. Johnasia Cash seems like she raises her game in the post so much, especially against the best that the Big Ten has to offer. It's a great opportunity to test herself against the best.
Tova Sable is in as well, the wild card of this team. Long 2 straight away for Marisa. No, plucking the offensive rebound in the air was Cash, and then she's fouled by Kane. 3rd team foul, first on Kane. And 2 free throws coming up for Johnasia Cash, who who's just been flexing her muscles throughout the Big Ten the last 3 weeks. Over her last 6 games, averaging 18.5 points per game and 12.3 rebounds per contest. And you want to talk about player development with this young woman. She was shooting about 36% from the free throw line first week of January. Now she's over 50%. Misses that free throw. Her work ethic is off the charts. She has bought in to being coachable, being a great teammate. She's been such a great addition to this young Lady Lion team. She's a veteran. She does miss that free throw. 10-8, Penn State leads Nebraska, 3:10 to go in the first.
But Kane draws her first foul as well, and that's going to be big as the game progresses.
Caden to Kane. Kane against Cash. And Cash with another block, her second straight. A long outlet to Shea Hagans. She's got Porter to beat. Finger roll. It's good. Turning defense into offense. It starts with an emphatic Cash block. Long outlet to Hagans, who zips by Porter for the layup.
Kate Kane had a look of shock on her face. I don't think she's been blocked very often in her Nebraska career. She's usually the one blocking the opposition shots.
Yeah, 327 career blocks for Kane, 6th most in the Big Ten, but Cash has 2 blocks. 12-8, Penn State leads Nebraska, 2:30 to go in the first. Nebraska in the basket to our right. Kane 6 feet away from the hoop, going up against Cash. They dump it to Caden. Caden, no look to Kane, who wasn't ready for the shovel pass, and it's turned over. Penn State basketball, 3rd turnover for Nebraska, just 1 miscue for Penn State. Nebraska 4 for 14. Ugly shooting thus far, and they're 0 for 5 from downtown.
Absolutely, and Penn State's been doing a great job on closeouts and on grabbing boards off the defensive glass, especially as of late.
Marisa straight away, guarded tightly by Porter. Over to Sable, bounce pass to Cash. Going one-on-one against Kane, curling in the lane. Lefty hook shot, rolls off the rim, and it's cleared by Izzy Bourne. Hyvee, no-look pass to Porter, to Bourne at the top. Bourne's second leading scorer at 14 a game. To Caden left wing. Caden going to joust against Beverly. Floater, counts in the foul. Little 8-footer parallel to the baseline. A late whistle called by Maggie Timon. Jenny Bogus, the assistant for Penn State on the bench, didn't like it. Raised her arms in the air, but it's an and-one opportunity for Nicole Caden, the junior, who's in her 5th year of college. She's gone through some transfers, some injuries. This is just her 3rd game with Nebraska.
Now, whatever Nia Beverly did, I just looked at the replay. It wasn't that much, but it was enough to draw a whistle.
The free throw, though, is missed by Caden, her first free throw attempt of the season. It's 12-10. Penn State leads Nebraska, 1:50 to go in the first. Marisa at the top, moves to the free throw line at the Big Ten logo. A shovel to Cash. Long jumper from the right elbow. Silky smooth. 14-10. Penn State leads Nebraska. Johnasia Cash been phenomenal off the bench. And then we've got a touch foul on McKenna Marisa. So for Marisa, that's her first. Team's third.
And really that one just a case of McKenna trying to be aggressive. And that's where Penn State has found success, especially in their weekend road trip, is being aggressive on defense. They couldn't match size with Purdue, so they took the ball away from the Boilermakers, trying to do the same tonight.
Penn State 4 field goals by 5 different players. Hyvee, left wing 3, rolls out. Nebraska 0 for 6 from downtown. Here's point guard Johnasia Cash. Blows by traffic, blocked from behind by Caden, but Cash was fouled on the left block. And free throws coming up here for Johnasia Cash, who's made her presence known in 4 minutes. She's got a couple blocks. She's already got 5 rebounds, 2 points, and 2 free throw attempts coming up here for Johnasia.
Coach Giger talked about it with you before the game, Justin. Johnasia Cash can run the floor as well as any post player in the Big Ten. She's got the athleticism to be able to do exactly what she just did. Take the ball at one basket and take it all the way to the other basket herself. Great ball handling ability, and she can maneuver her way through a defense just like any guard out there.
14-10, Penn State leads Nebraska, 1:21 to go in the first quarter. Shooting to our left, it's Johnasia Cash, who takes a deep breath with her white Nike shoes, and the free throw swirls in. Penn State rocking the black and pink unis for the first time all season. I love these unis.
Absolutely. 1887, they became the official school colors, but by 1890, they had become the blue and white.
Next free throw calmly made. 16-10, Penn State leads Nebraska, matches their largest lead of the game. Hyvee with the ball in the backcourt. Hyvee just 2 points on 1 of 4 shooting. She's the 7th best scorer in the Big Ten. She's been pretty quiet today.
3 straight 20-point games for Hyvee coming in.
Hyvee at the free throw line. Airtight defense by Beverly. They bounce it to Kane on the left block. Backdoor cut for Scoggins, who glides in and scores high off the glass. Beautiful delayed cut by Scoggins to make the bucket. It's 16-12. Penn State leads Nebraska. 55 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Pulling up for 3, right wing Marisa. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Tova Sable in a reset for the Lady Lions. Cash down the left side, going up against Kane. The 6'2" Cash wins the battle against the 6'5" Kane. It's 18-12, Penn State leads. 38 seconds remaining in the first.
Again, this is a challenge for Johnasia Cash, and she rises to the challenge against the big-time post players of the Big Ten.
Her speed is an advantage against Kane. This is a long three straight away, no good. Rebound for Penn State.
Nebraska has had no success whatsoever from beyond the arc.
That was walk-on Whitney Brown with the attempt. She was brilliant in the upset win over Ohio State last month. Beverly with the control. She's buzzer-beating Bev. Sable has it at the right wing. Do you get it back to Beverly? 7 on the clock. A bounce to Cash at the Big Ten logo. And she's able to sink that mid-range jumper. How about Johnasia Cash? And then that half-court heave from Hyvee, too strong off the glass. But Johnasia Cash, she's flexing as she gets back to the bench. 8 points in 5 minutes and 5 rebounds as a reserve. She's been brilliant. She's fired up.
Yes, indeed.
20
closeouts and really forcing a team into making poor shot selection. For Nebraska, though, I mean, it's been maybe poor shot selection, but they also have just not been able to make even the open ones.
Carolyn Keeter said, hey, we need to play this game in the 80s. They're on pace to score 80 points, so the pace favors Penn State. With the ball to start the second quarter, it's Nebraska. They work it around the arc. Right wing three for the walk-on. Brown hits it. Big three for Whitney Brown. 20-15, Penn State leads Nebraska as Penn State has the ball moving right to left, and then a careless turnover in the backcourt between Sable and Beverly. Looks like Sable took her eye off the ball. It's Nebraska basketball in their road red uniforms, moving right to left. 9:39 to go in the second quarter.
And they're going to say that ball was not touched before it went out of bounds, so it's going to come back to the Penn State inbounding spot on the baseline.
On the baseline, so Hyvee will trigger in where the camera operators would be. Lobs the pass over to Whitney Brown. Back to Hyvee, pinned in the far corner. Hyvee, far wing. Popping out, it's Scoggins who hits a three. First three in 8 tries for Nebraska, or second three in 9 tries for Nebraska, and it's 20-18. So all of a sudden they're hitting threes. Sable to Burke at the top. Speaking of hitting threes, Maddie Burke certainly can. Sable pops up, far wing three, catch and shoot. Rolls off the rim, 6th rebound for Cash. Her stick back is good. 10 points in 6 minutes of action for Johnasia Cash. She is so efficient and strong.
Yes, indeed, particularly so here tonight.
22-18, Penn State leads Nebraska. Back-to-back threes for the Cornhuskers. Now they're going to work it inside. Kane is fouled by Cash. That's Cash's second, team's first. And Cash is going to walk back to the bench with her arms on her hips and wants an explanation from Maggie Timon, who says that she bumped Kane on the follow-through. So Cash will come out. Sable will come out as Higgins and Marisa come in. But 2 free throws here for Kate Kane, a not-so-great free throw shooter at 62%, one of the tri-captains on this team.
It's interesting, too. Kane, one of the great shot blockers, leading the Big Ten this year as she has the past 2 years, been among the leaders, all-time leading shot blocker. But her 7 rebound-a-game average is only 14th in the Big Ten Conference.
Yeah, I mean, Izzy Bourne's has been a better rebounder than her. And lately, Bella Cravens has been shouldering the rebounding load. She goes 1 of 2 from the line, missing the first, making the second. She comes out, so Izzy Bourne can check in. It's 22-19. Penn State leads Nebraska. 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. Penn State basketball in their black and pink uniforms, moving it right to left. Maurice at the top, pulls up for 3. Casually just floats that in. McKenna Maurice is an offensive juggernaut. 25-19, Penn State leads Nebraska.
With Johnasia Cash out of the game, you've got a reliable scoring option once again in McKenna Marisa.
Brown to Cravens at the top, popping up. It's Scoggins right wing. Scoggins to Hyvee, her shooter's pocket. She'll unload and comes up short. Hyvee with just 2 points in this one. Long rebound up the near side for McKenna Marisa. A shovel to Camden, near wing 3. Tried to bank it in, too strong. Offensive rebound ripped away by Shea Higgins. Swirls the pass out to Maddie Burke. Finger roll, pirouetting in traffic and scoring down the center of the lane. 27-19. Penn State leads Nebraska, matching its largest lead of the game. 8:08 to go in the second.
5-3 advantage in offensive boards, and it's Shea Higgins getting in on the act there to keep it alive.
6 different Lady Lions with a field goal. Backing in, it's Bella Cravens. They're going to call Camden for a foul, the team's second. And 2 free throws coming up here for Izzy Bourne, And Izzy Bourne will shoot, too, the sophomore from Australia.
And I think this is going to be a strategy for Nebraska. Yes, they did hit those back-to-back threes at the start of the second quarter, but with their woes from distance, you're probably going to see a lot more of the Cornhuskers trying to get the ball into the post, particularly when Kate Kane comes back into the ball game, and try to get the Penn State post players, Cash and Camden, into some sort of foul trouble.
Bourne hits the free throw. Next free throw swirls out, and a rebound for Anna Camden. Over the back foul on Camden. So Camden commits the foul. That's her second in the last 2 seconds.
And that certainly does not help if indeed that is Nebraska's plan.
Well,
you've got Penn State in a foul trouble.
And Joe, you've got Cash and Camden each with 2 fouls. Those are your 2 tallest players.
Yes, indeed. And it's been Camden who's been the post player in place of Cash, but now Camden's going to have to check out of the game. Tova Sable back in. This is the
really
smallest lineup that Penn State has been able to roll out there.
Yeah, their tallest player is Maddie Burke, shade above 6 feet, and Cravens long shot from the free throw line. Offensive rebound for Nebraska, right on cue. They're getting second chance opportunities. And then we've got a foul away from the basketball here.
I think what happened, Justin, is that the shot clock reset but did not actually restart once Nebraska had grabbed the offensive rebound. So they're going to have to reset the shot clock here and figure out exactly how much time the Cornhuskers have to get a shot away.
7:52 to go in the second quarter. It's Nebraska basketball, 27 for Penn State, 20 for Nebraska. Leading scorer is Johnasia Cash with 10 points on 4 or 5 shooting in just 6 minutes, but she's on the bench with 2 fouls. Meanwhile, the player we spotlighted, Sam Hybe, just 2 points on 1 of 5 shooting. Both teams shooting over 35%. Porter dumps it to Scoggins, the JUCO transfer. Scoggins at the far wing. Giving her some separation, it's Higgins. Now Scoggins moves to the top of the key. Chest pass over to Porter. They feed Cravens inside. Her turnaround jumper goes. The Eastern Washington transfer from Hawaii hits the little 6-foot turnaround jumper, and it's a 5-point game. Penn State leads with the ball. Beverly between the rings, bends her back. Gets a screen from Maddie Burke to free up some space. Beverly directing traffic with her left index finger. Bluffing on the 3 was Marisa, gliding in traffic, lays it in with her offhand. Very soft, delicate touch for McKenna Marisa. She's got 7 points, 5 in this quarter. Penn State leads 29-22, 7:11 to go in the second.
Jenny Boggess told us after the Illinois game, McKenna Marisa doesn't realize how effective she is driving to the hoop.
4th turnover for Nebraska on that cross-court skip pass. Picked off by Marisa to the trailer. Berg launches a 3, far wing, back iron, and the rebound slips through the hands of Bella Cravens. 50-50 ball, jousting for position. It's Shea Higgins. She flips it to Sable, and they reset between the rings with McKenna Marisa.
It's 5-on-4. Cravens is down in the corner holding her left knee.
And then they kick it out, and then an injury timeout is called, yeah.
And I think a foul was committed. Actually, Scoggin actually committed a foul. That may have been to try to create.
That was probably on purpose,
yes,
just to give her teammate and a really good friend some time.
Exactly.
And they are looking at the left knee, Joe, you're right, of Bella Cravens. This is the last thing Nebraska needs. I mean, they have been decimated with injuries and transfers. You talked about in the open. They played 4 games after Washington transfer, coming off a double-double in the lopsided win against Wisconsin. She led the Big Sky in rebounding last year and was playing really well in the Big Ten, but I just don't see how she's going to return. Beverly with the ball, a bounce to Burke, mid-range jumper, too strong. Burke is just 1 for 5. Rebound for Scoggins. 29-22, Penn State leads Nebraska, 6:37 to go. Slipping in the lane, it was Burke, and then Kane had about 4 feet with nobody adjacent to her, and she easily lays it in. So it's 29-24, 6:29 to go in the second. It's deflected by Scoggins. This will be a sideline out of bounds play on the near side for Nia Beverly. She's got Higgins, Marisa, Burke, and Sable on the court. Remember, Camden and Cash each have 2 fouls.
And Burke going up against Kane now. That's a matchup that's in Kane's favor, to be sure, but we've seen Burke make up for the height differential against bigs in the Big Ten with some tricks up her sleeve.
Sable streaks on the right side, and she is fouled by
Scoggin.
By Ashley Scoggin from behind. 2 shots here for Tova Sable.
Scoggins got both of the fouls Nebraska's committed in the second quarter now. And look at this, Justin. Nan Garcia coming into the game. She really, in the game against Purdue, at the end of the first half, she provided a lot of grit inside that Penn State needed to make it a tie game going to the break after overcoming that 10-point first quarter deficit, and maybe she'll fill a similar role here in the later stages of the first half tonight.
Sable makes the free throw. She's now 8 for 10 in the season, and I like the word grit you use because in 8 minutes of action in that game against Purdue, her plus-minus was plus 14.
Yep.
So she was really efficient. Sable hits the second. It's 31-24. Penn State leads Nebraska. 6:13 to go in the second. Hybe zips the pass across the lane to Kane, and then it's poked from behind by Tova. Sable playing with some energy. A shovel to Nan Garcia. Garcia running the point guard duties. To the trailer, Beverly launches a three. Back iron, no. Rebound of the Big Ten logo by Sam Hybe with two hands. Hybe running the point guard duties. Just 2 points in the first 14 minutes of this one. To Brown left wing, jabbing. Brown will launch a 28-footer. That's her second three of the quarter on the far wing. 31-27. Penn State leads Nebraska. 5:45 to go in the second.
Faked the pass, shook the defender, and got it away from deep.
Hand off to Sable. Swirls a pass to Hagens, near wing. To the top for Nan Garcia, who can't hit the three ball, but she'll pass it out to Tova Sable. Angles her way inside. Poked away from behind by Sam Hybe, dislodging the basketball. It'll stay with Penn State underneath their own hoop. Penn State 31, Nebraska 27, 5:28 to go in the second quarter. Doing the entry pass honors, it'll be McKenna Marisa. Bluffs a couple passes and eventually finds Nan Garcia at the right wing. Dangles the ball near her left hip and then finds Sable, far wing. To Marisa top, going one-on-one against Hybe. Pulls up, turnaround jumper, Big Ten logo, shot, swirls around and drops in, gets the friendly home roll. McKenna Marisa, she's got 7 points in this quarter, 33-27. Penn State leads Nebraska, 5:08 to go in the second. Hybe left wing, zips the pass deep inside to Izzy Bourne, turn around against Nan Garcia. That just abuses her down low and banks in the shot. It's a 4-point deficit for the Huskers.
A little 360 action from both the Lady Lions and the Cornhuskers the last couple possessions.
Beverly, no look pass to Sable, right wing. Holds the ball near her left hip. Now starts her dribble, top of the key. Pitches a pass to Beverly. Beverly finds a cutting Marisa, but holds the trigger. Pass intended for Sable, bobbled by Garcia. Back to Garcia. Nan will launch a three far side. Gets the soft roll. Hit off the front iron, hit off the back iron, and dropped in. Her first career three-point field goal made. The bench is loving it. Penn State by 7.
Johnasia Cash, I think, just ran the sideline with the towel in the air in celebration of that tray.
Nan's got a soft touch. Turnaround jumper for Kate Kane over Nan Garcia, and that's just about like 5 inches of height advantage right there for Kate Kane. She makes the hook shot. It's a 5-point Penn State lead. Marisa steps into a three right wing. Can't get that roll. And a rebound for Kate Kane. Kane's got 9 points in this one. And then they feed Izzy Bourne down low, who was fouled hard by Nan Garcia. 2 free throws coming up for Izzy Bourne. But a big-time three by Nan Garcia makes it a 5-point lead for Penn State with 3:57 to go in the second. Media timeout. We'll take a timeout ourselves. 36-31, Penn State leads Nebraska. It's Lady Lion basketball from Learfield IMG College. She did not start this game, but has come back, and she's waiting for Maggie Timon to give her the basketball. Bourne 3 points, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and 4 rebounds in 9 minutes of action. Free throw comes up short. Remember, they're going to be without Bella Cravens probably the rest of the way with a left knee injury. First free throw short, next free throw in and out. She's just a 50% free throw shooter, but the 5'9" Sam Hybe plucks the offensive rebound in the air and wiggles it out between the rings for a reset.
Again, size isn't always the factor in rebounding.
Caden, left wing to Hybe, near wing. Entry to Bourne, going one-on-one against Sable. Turn around with the left shoulder. Shot off the left side of the rim. Rebound for Burke. Marisa running the controls, moving right to left in the black and pink attire. Marisa will slow it up a bit, going up against Caden. Crossover dribble, moves to the top of the key, directing traffic, left index finger. Hagens, Beverly, Sable, and Burke are also on the court, in addition to Marisa. A bounce to Burke, left elbow. Burke waiting for a cut. Sable pops up straight away. 3 high arcing shot off the back iron. Offensive rebound, Burke. She pitches out to Beverly. To Burke at the top. Bypasses the 3. No look pass to Sable. Squirts through her fingertips into the hands of Caden. Caden down the right side to a cutting Porter. Her wild-looking layup attempt sails off the backboard too strong. Rebound for Bourne. Right wing 3 for Hybe. Line drive shot. She makes it. Just 5 points for Sam Hybe on 2 of 6 shooting. It's a 2-point game. Penn State leads 36-34. 2:45 to go in the second. Sable jabbing with her left foot. Soft pass to Beverly, right wing. Beverly directing traffic. 30 assists, 7 turnovers this year, and then make it 31 assists because Burke hits the 3 on the near wing. 39-34, Penn State leads Nebraska. Nia Beverly just orchestrates this offense so well.
Absolutely.
Porter, two-handed pass to Bourne inside. Burke standing tall. Good closeout by Hagen to the top against Hyvee. Left wing three for Izzy Bourne, short, and the 5'6" Hagen tries to save it, and she ends up saving it because the ball sails out of bounds. It's Penn State basketball moving right to left, 39-34. Penn State leads Nebraska.
Hagens is 5'6", Kane is 6'5", and Hagens, I think, out-jumped Kane for that ball, but the momentum just took it out of bounds.
Hyvee guarding Beverly. To Burke at the right wing. Coming up, it's Sable. Sable swivels her head, surveys the scene, and her soft pass is picked off by Bella Craven.
Back in the game.
Who's back in the game with a left knee injury, and then charging her way inside, trying to split a double team. It was Ruby Porter, and she's going to shoot a couple free throws in the foul. But amazing tape work by the trainers there. She's wearing a black bandage around her left knee, and Bella Craven's going to stay in this game. But Ruby Porter's at the line.
Tova Sable committing the foul, tried to get into the semicircle to set herself up, but wasn't able to do so in time, and so Porter gets the free throws.
And she hits the first free throw. She's now 4 or 5 from the season, Ruby Porter, coming off back-to-back double-figure scoring efforts. Freshman who's had to step up with Izzy Bourne out. Next free throw, back iron, no. Rebound, Nia Beverly, the 5'7" point guard. She's going to take long strides, moving to the front court. To the trailer, Burke bobbles the pass momentarily. Going to slow it down. Sable, she'll launch and hit. 42-35. Penn State leads Nebraska. Long three for Tova Sable. She doesn't know how good she is. She's so talented.
The Swede from distance.
Hyvee near corner threes. Softly rattles that one home. Each team exchanging blows, and it's a 4-point Penn State lead. $1:24 to go in the second. Beverly right wing. A handoff to Hagens. Hagens moves to the top of the key. To Beverly, to Burke right wing. Shot swirls out. Rebound for Porter.
And Burke hurrying back on defense after the missed shot. She's going to make up for it inside on the defensive end.
And Burke's got the green light. You don't mind those misses. Hyvee, this will be her third straight three if she makes it. Comes up short from the near corner. Offensive rebound for Porter. A pitch to Izzy Bourne, right block, makes it. It's a 2-point game with 55 seconds left. Hagen streaking to the hoop. The acceleration first and finish with the left hand.
And that's a great way to stop momentum, is just take it in yourself, especially when you've got the best accelerator pedal in the Big Ten Conference like Shea Hagens does.
44-40, Penn State leads Nebraska. 37 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Porter has it pinned to the corner, to the top to Hyvee. Thought about the three instead. She'll feed an entry pass to Izzy Bourne. Tries to pirouette against Sable. Misses the floater. Rebound for Marisa. Shot clock is dark and unplugged, so Penn State can hold for one. Carolyn Keeger saying, hey, let's slow it down here. Penn State this season is 4-0 when they lead at the half. They have a 4-point lead right now with 15 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Marisa, knee-high dribble near the Lady Lion logo. Gets a screen from Sable. Marisa straight away. Crossover against Cravens. Trying to split a double team, and she traveled. She kind of lost track of the red defenders in front of her. She was so focused on that orange 10 in the iron that she realized, hey, there's a lot of bodies in front of me, and she shuffled her feet and traveled.
Yeah, a little bit, and she tried to get the ball away, get a shot off before the movement of the feet. But
Ivy to the front court, three, top of the key, one-handed push shot comes up short. And it's Penn State 44, Nebraska 40 through an eventful 20 minutes of play. We'll step aside. We've got the PA Turnpike halftime show coming up, 44-40. Camden are in the game. They each played only 6 minutes in the first half, each with 2 personal fouls. Penn State moving it left to right. Beverly at the near wing, to the top to Camden, to Marisa at left wing. Marisa had 7 points in that big second quarter. Camden bypasses the three, swings it out to Marisa straight away. Three-pointer rolls off the front iron, rebound for Johnasia Cash. She's going to glide, reverse lay-in, and sneaks it in. Johnasia Cash has 12 points to lead all scores. 46-40, Penn State leads Nebraska, 9:30 to go in the third.
Took her to school there.
Scoggins near wing deflected by Marisa. It'll be a side-out play on the near side near us for Nebraska in their road red uniforms moving right to left. Nebraska, a bubble team in terms of the NCAA tournament. Charlie Krim in his latest bracketology has them as the next 4 out. So this is a big game for the Huskers. Big game for Penn State, looking to win 3 in a row.
Get back to 500, too, with a win the Lady Lions would.
Porter at the top, the freshman, swings it to Scoggins, catch and shoot three, near corner, shot off the far side of the heel, and then it rolls out of bounds in the baseline. It'll be Penn State basketball in their fresh, eye-popping black and pink unis, which I love. I know you're a big fan of, too.
Certainly. You know, they remind me of Brett the Hitman Hart, famed for his pink and black attack, and the lane lines have had excellence of execution to be sure tonight.
Higgins pulls up at the Big Ten logo, a bounce pass to Cash, who fumbles it, then it's swatted away by Kane. So stay with Penn State underneath their own hoop. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter, 46-40. Penn State leads Nebraska. And who's going to inbound the ball? It'll be Nia Beverly. Swivels her head and dumps it to Johnasia Cash. Another reverse lay, and this one blocked by Kane. That's Kane's second, and it hits off the right forearm of Cash. It'll be Nebraska basketball. So a really good block by Kane, not only to block it, but to peg it off Cash so they can retain possession.
You know, I said last time Cash went for the reverse that she took Kay Kane to school. Kay Kane did some learning, I think, there and came up with a block second time around.
Kane's got 3 inches on Cash, 6th all-time in Big Ten history in blocks at 328. Cravens down the right side, slashing her way past Camden. Camden deflects that one. Able to stay tall and defend without fouling. Camden thought about the trail three as that ball swiped away. Beverly cleans it up in the near corner and wiggles it back out to the near wing. Cash hits the screen, rolls to the hoop. Beverly down the left side, a kick out to Higgins. Stutters, now will launch a three, swirls out, rebound. Cash rips it away, wrestles it away, goes up with it, can't finish, but she's pushed. And 2 shots coming up for Johnasia Cash, who's playing with a relentless motor. 12 points and 8 rebounds in just 8 minutes for Johnasia Cash. Well on her way to her 4th straight double-double, Joe. It would be her 6th double-double in her last 7 games and would be her 7th double-double of the season. It's the first week of February.
And Cash not just flexing on her that time, ripping that ball away, using those muscles, not just flexing them, and comes away with some free throws for her troubles.
Makes the first free throw. She has so much energy bottled up. One, she doesn't start to limit her minutes so she can stay out of foul trouble. And then she was in foul trouble, so she's really anxious to play. And she is exerting all that energy, and she makes both free throws.
And she's really done a great job of adapting her play, being aggressive without fouling.
Hybe down the right side, a kick out to Porter. Far wing three, no. Weak side rebound for Kate Kane. Has to swivel it back out to Scoggins, who fumbles the pass as she was cutting down the center of the lane. It'll be Penn State ball moving left to right, 48-40. Penn State leads Nebraska, 8:07 to go in the third quarter. Penn State, this matches their largest lead of the game. They also led 20-12. Beverly jogs up the near side. Bev, 2 assists, no turnovers in 22 minutes. Higgins down the left side, pulls it back. Camden straight away, ball overhead, a bounce pass to Cash, going one-on-one against Kane. Lefty shot, blocked by Kane. That's her 3rd block of the game. And the loose ball pinballs around in the hands of Hybe. Kane is such a good defender. Hybe down the right side, lays it off the glass. She's got 10. First Husker in double figures. 48-42, Penn State leads Nebraska. 7:30 to go in the third.
Let's see if Bev goes right back on the entry pass to Cash.
Camden has it. Jabbing with her right foot. Now finds Cash. It's deflected and poked away by Kane. Cash recovers. Slashing in slide. Another block by Kate Kane. That might be her 4th.
I believe it is. Well, and yes, it will be their 4th. They took.
I didn't know if they were
going
to give her right. Yeah, that's why I was kind of gun shy too on the call. I didn't know if they were just going to consider it a poke away or a block. 7:17 to go in the third. That's a 3 for Marisa. Hits it. 6 threes for the Lady Lions by 5 different players. 51-42. Largest lead of the game at 7:07 to go in the third.
And again, McKenna Marisa, she's the main weapon in the scoring arsenal and from a variety of ways.
Marisa deflects that one. They keep track of deflections on the bench. It'll be Nebraska ball in front of their bench.
Pam Brown right there. She, I know, is a main factor in tracking those.
This is a little East Coast road trip for Nebraska. They're scheduled to play Rutgers, presuming Rutgers clears protocol on Sunday. Penn State, 3 of the next 4 at home. Hybe, touch pass deep inside to Cravens. Kick out. Right wing 3 for Porter. Knew it was good. She's got really good textbook form. And it's 45-51. Nebraska down by 6. 6:39 to go in the third.
Nebraska had difficulty from 3, brief spurt in the second. They're back to their good 3-point form.
Cash going for a reverse lay-in, comes up short. She's stuck underneath the hoop with a tough angle. 6:27 to go in the third. 51-45. Nebraska trails Penn State, and Higgins gets her second steal of the game. Higgins going to jet up into the front court. Higgins, little hesitation. Push shot off the glass, too strong. Batted up in the air. Rebound from McKenna Marisa. Then the 50-50 ball is swiped away by Heidi. 2-on-2 numbers here. Hybe going up against Cash. Cash able to defend without fouling. Ball is swatted away, and it'll be Penn State basketball moving left to right. 51-45. Penn State leads Nebraska. 6:07 to go in the third quarter.
And Nebraska had it taken up very quickly. They had a 2-on-1 briefly, but Cash played it perfectly, and when she got some defensive help, that evened up the numbers and enabled Cash to make an excellent defensive play to prevent the basket.
Cash going to take a quick breather here as the media timeout is looming. On the court for the Lady Lions, it's Marisa, Burke, Sable, Beverly, and Camden. Marisa straight away, moves to the left wing. Guarded tightly by Izzy Bourne. Now streaks to the hoop. Layup short, cleared by Kane. Scoggins off and running, the JUCO transfer. Sees a seam and pulls it back out. Top of the key. Izzy Bourne to Scoggins near wing. Scoggins with an entry to Kane. Kane going up against Camden. Turnaround hook shot, lips in off the front iron. Kate Kane has 11 points and 4 rebounds. And then we've got a
foul on
Caden. Her second, team's second. 5:34 to go in the third. 51-47. Penn State leads Nebraska. Cash has 14. Marisa has 12.
Caden trying to give the Lady Lions a dose of their own medicine. Penn State has been tenacious guarding the length of the floor in this game.
Dribble handoff to Beverly at the top. They shovel it to Camden. Extra pass to Marisa in the corner. They zip a pass to Sable, who is trying to turn around, but she travels. There's their foul.
Whitney Brown got 2 arms in the back on her, and that drew the whistle from Mark Resch.
So Whitney Brown commits the foul. That's her first, team's third. Side out play underneath the hoop for Penn State. Beverly to Marisa at the near wing. Camden's calling for it in the corner, but Kane covers her up. Marisa to the top. Penn State by 4. Marisa, she'll launch a 3, short, and a rebound for Caden, the Cal transfer. Caden was an original Nebraska commit. To the trailer, Scoggin, catch and shoot 3. Second of the half for Scoggin. 51-50. Penn State now leads by 1. 4:50 to go in the third. Beverly, push shot 6 feet away in the lane. Short. Rebound for Kane, her 5th. And Nebraska can grab the lead. They only led 2-0 in this one. And then a foul on Maddie Burke. That's the first team foul of the quarter. And for Maddie Burke, that's her first. 51-50. It's getting close here. Melvin, 2 big threes in this third quarter. They're outscoring Penn State 10-7 in this frame. They have the ball underneath their own hoop, looking for their first lead since they led 2-0 a minute into this game. The inbounds pass is to Izzy Bourne, blocked by Maddie Burke, who's able to catch the block in the air. Penn State off and running left to right in their black and pink uniforms. Leading by 1, 4:30 to go in the third. Burke at the top takes a dribble. Chest pass to Tova Sable. Holds the ball overhead. Jabbing, angling her way inside. No look to Marisa. Catch and shoot 3. Near wing, it's an air ball. And a 2-handed rebound for Izzy Bourne.
Penn State just 2 for 13 from the field in the third quarter.
Scoggins up the near side. They jet a pass inside to Kate Kane. And the lefty lip around shot against Anna Camden goes. Kate Kane, she's got 11 points. And Nebraska has the 52-51 advantage. 4 minutes to go in the third. Penn State needs to buckle down here. Marisa, left wing. Rocking the headband. Popping up, it's Burke. Tightly covered by Caden. Burke back to Marisa. Bounce pass to Camden at the Big Ten logo. Spinning. Twirling her body. Layup. Too strong off the glass. Cleared by Kane. Kane, that's her 6th rebound. Scoggins' little hesitation. Down the right side she goes, and that ball is last deflected by Sable, but it hits off the knee of Scoggins. It's Penn State basketball. Soft hands from Tova Sable deep inside.
And again, Sable with the active hands, almost trying to pick the pocket there, but with the scoop shot was able to get the ball on its way up on the underhanded try. And we've seen a lot of active hands from Penn State on defense. That's why they've been able to force turnovers. They forced the Huskers into 8 thus far this evening.
Cash checks in for Camden. Cash is a difference maker in this one. Cash has 14 and 10, officially her 4th straight double-double. Driving inside, and then we got a foul on Nebraska's Kate Kane. So that's their 4th foul of the quarter. That's her 2nd. Team's 4, 3:24 to go in the third, 52-51. Nebraska leads Penn State. Beverly will do the inbounds honors in front of Sam Newhouse, our videographer. Beverly Surveys, has to avoid the 5-second count. They flick it to Cash, and then Cash traveled as she tried to do a blow-by against Kane.
Well, Kane has been backing up against Cash in this game, allowing Johnasia to have a lot of room and get in on the basket. And that time, Kane cut down the angle, got up in Cash's face, and I don't think Johnasia was ready for it.
Scoggins with a touch pass to Caden.
She'll be ready next time.
Pin in front of the Nebraska bench to Cravens, to Whitney Brown, the walk-on. Over to Caden in the corner. Good closeout by Burke and Marisa. Caden, through a double team, able to shovel a pass across the lane to Kane on the right block, and Kane's got 15 points on 7-9 shooting. Nebraska has its largest lead at 54-51. They're outscoring Penn State 14-7 in the third quarter. It's a rarity for the Lady Lions. A swivel pass to Burke. Catch and shoot three in front of her own bench. That shot twirls in. We're tied at 54. 2:40 to go in the third. Good assist from Tova Sable.
Yes, indeed. Driving inside, kicking it back out to the wide-open Berkey.
Right into the shooter's pocket. Scoggins, that's a 32-footer, near wing, in and out. Jumping for the board, it's Maddie Burke. Maddie Burke gets her fifth rebound to go along with 8 points. Marisa, start, stop, she'll launch a three, in and out. Two-handed forward, and it's apex for Bella Cravens, who's really limping down the court. That left knee still bothering her. Tied at 54.
We didn't think she'd come back to the game after she went down in the corner early on, but as you said, trainers did a great job fixing her up, but she is limping.
Those non-contact injuries are always scary.
Yes.
Hayden thought about the 30-footer, jabbing. She holds the trigger, bluffs. Entry pass to Kane, going one-on-one against Cash, and the hook shot comes up short, and then last touch by Cash. Cash and Marisa have some words with each other. I guess poor positioning right there.
No, I think Cash was actually directing that at Maggie Tiemann, saying, "Didn't you see Ashley Scoggin hitting my arm as I'm going after the basketball?" And apparently the lady in the striped shirt did not.
Entry pass to Sam Hyvee, stuck underneath the hoop. Has to get a better angle, so they whip it to Scoggins at the top. Two-handed pass to Kane at the Big Ten logo. They flip it to Caden right wing. Caden, she'll hit a three, in and out on the three, and then a rebound for Cash, but we have an over-the-back foul.
That's going to be on Beverly.
Nia Beverly, that's her first. Her second, excuse me. Team's first is what I meant. 54-54 is the score. 1:37 to go in the third quarter. We have a close one here. Penn State just won for their last 9, giving Nebraska some life. Touch pass to Cravens at the Big Ten logo, and a double team shooting over Hagans and Cash, and still able to flick in that shot. It's 56-54. Cravens playing on one leg, being a hero right now. Sable has it far corner, dribbles it out to the far wing. Underneath shovel pass to Johnasia Cash. They're daring her to shoot a three. Instead, she'll hit Sable at the far side. Sable to Burke. Catch and shoot three for Maddie Burke. That rifles in for Maddie Burke. That's her third three of the game. 57-56, Penn State leads.
And the second in a row assisted by Tova Sable.
Yeah, those two are sharing a brain together. Bounce pass to Kane. Little give-and-go action. Caden, shot missed on the left block. Partially distracted by Burke. Johnasia Cash, drive, kick. Beverly will be her second three of the game. Shot pops up. Burke going for the rebound. Over the back foul on Caden. And Nebraska's over the limit. 2 free throws coming up for Maddie Burke, who's 3 for 3 this season from the stripe.
And that's the third on Michael Caton as well, and so she'll head to the bench.
47.8 seconds left in the third quarter. Back-to-back threes for Maddie Burke, and now she has a chance for 2 free throws here. Burke, 11 points. It's the 6th straight game that Burke's hit multiple threes in a row. First free throw for Burke, good.
And not only that, she's grabbed 6 rebounds. She is not shy about getting her nose in there, doing the dirty work on defense, if you will, and then sinking the tray on the other end.
And she seeks both free throws, makes it a 59-56 Penn State advantage with 45 seconds left in the third. Nebraska moving it right to left. Porter to Cravens. To Hyvee left wing. Touch pass to Kane. Hook shot. 6 feet in the lane goes. Kane just has a soft, feathery touch.
Yes, she does. When she can get the shot away cleanly, it's going to find the hoop more often than not.
17 points on 8 of 11 shooting, Joe. It's a 1-point Penn State lead with 20 seconds left. Tova Sable going up against Ruby Porter, and that ball's ripped away by Porter and Kane, and the ball is loose, and
foul on Sable.
Foul on Sable, just the third team foul for Tova Sable. That's her second. 12.7 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It'll be a side-out play for Nebraska. Now, Penn State has one more foul to give here. So maybe they want to use it before Nebraska can get off a shot.
Well, you do have, Hagens is out there with no fouls, as a matter of fact. But
right, you don't want Cash picking up this foul.
No.
Hybe up the near side, angles her way to the free throw line, hopping in the lane, layup short, ball's batted around, plucked away by Sable. 3 seconds left, she's in the backcourt, moves to the front court, she's got to launch it, and Sable completely lost track of the clock and tried to bounce a pass as time expired. But Penn State grabs a 59-58 lead. Maddie Burke, a big part of that. 8 straight points to end the quarter for Maddie Burke.
Keeps the lead going to the fourth.
Nebraska with the basketball to our left, and they flip an entry pass to Bella Cravens in the left block, and we've got an over-the-back foul on Anna Camden. Not in the act of shooting, so a side-out play. Her third, team's first. Hybe will do the honors on the baseline.
Well, Camden had 2 in the first half, so waiting till the fourth quarter to pick up her third is still pretty good.
Kane, 18-footer straight away, back iron, no. Long rebound for McKenna Marisa, her fifth. Baseball pass to Maddie Burke, catch and shoot 3, off the front iron, no. And trying to save it was Ruby Porter, if they're going to say it was last touched by Shea Hagens.
I think it's going to be
Ruby
Porter.
Last touch by Ruby Porter, her foot was on the inline. So it's Penn State basketball, 9:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Penn State 59, Nebraska 58. Burke has the hot hand. Marisa underneath her own hoop. A bounce pass to a cutting Burke, and then she's stripped by Nebraska. Hybe picks up the 50-50 ball. From the Big Ten logo, she streaks inside, but she airballs that layup, and Cash with the rebound, working on a double-double. Cash running the point guard duties, blocked by Kate Kane, and Nebraska has the controls, moving right to left.
Well, Kane, I think, has risen to the challenge. We know Johnasia Cash was going to rise to the challenge against an elite player like Kane. Kate Kane has raised her own game in this one as well.
Officially 5 blocks for Kate Kane. Her turnaround jumper does not go. She's missed both shots in this fourth quarter, but the ball rolls off the shoulder of Marisa. It's Nebraska basketball, 9:05 to go in the fourth quarter, 59-58. Penn State leads Nebraska. If Penn State wins this game, it would be the best win in the Carolyn Keeger era. And for Nebraska, they need to win this game to keep their bubble hopes alive. They've got 4 quality wins. They don't want a loss right now.
7 wins in conference this season as well. They'd love to get number 8. That would give them a good shot at finishing at least 500 in the Big Ten.
Brown straightaway 3, her third 3 of the game for the walk-on Whitney Brown, who was heroic in the upset win against Ohio State last month. She's flexing here in State College. Lady Lions trail 61-59 now. Beverly at the free throw line picks up her dribble. Burke pops up right wing. They bounce a pass to Cash, spinning with her left shoulder. Hook shot short, but a foul on Kate Kane. And 2 free throws coming up for Johnasia Cash, who in just 15 minutes has 14 points and 12 rebounds. And she's 4 of 6 from the free throw line. More free throws coming up here for Johnasia Cash. That was the first team foul on Nebraska. And for Kate Kane, that was her third. First free throw, out. No.
You know, Johnasia Cash, 3 straight double-doubles. First time a Lady Lion had done that since Amanda Brown did it in 2007. I wonder when the last time was that a Penn State player had 4 straight double-doubles. I'm sure Chelsea Vielhauer will have that for us.
That was my freshman year of college. That was a long time ago, Joe. 61-59, Nebraska leads Penn State. 8:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Porter pulls up. 20-footer straight away, back iron, no. Cravens thought about the offensive rebound, but it's plucked away by Cash. Her baseball pass goes to Beverly, who shovels it to Hagens, angles her way inside. Good hang time for Hagens, misses the layup, no whistle called, cleared by Cravens.
Yeah, there were 2 Cornhuskers crashing in on Hagens, but Shea actually weaved her way through both of them in the air, just couldn't quite get the finishing roll.
61-59, Nebraska leads Penn State, 8 minutes to go in the fourth. Cravens to Hybe, right wing. Hybe, 7th leading scorer in the Big Ten. At the Big Ten logo, swivels her hips, cutting. It's Porter and lays it in off the back iron. It drops in. 2-possession game for Nebraska. 7:45 to go in the fourth. And Carolyn Keeger needs a timeout. We'll take one as well. 63-59. Nebraska starting to pull away. Carolyn Keeger wants to regather the troops. right now. 7:47 to go, 63-50.
Penn State is in a plus category in that plus-minus for this game.
Nebraska has 3 top 25 wins. They need to win this game to keep their bubble hopes alive. Penn State looking for their 3rd straight win, would match their longest winning streak of the season. Off the Keeger timeout, it's Lady Lion basketball in their black and pink uniforms moving left to right. 63-59, Nebraska leads Penn State. Marisa with the controls between the rings, calling for a screen at the top. Cash is able to set it to free up some space. Chest pass to Hagen's left wing, an entry to Cash. He's double teamed, and Craven's able to save it, but her heel was on the inline, says Mark Resch. This will stay with Penn State underneath their own hoop, where the camera operators would be. 7:29 to go in the 4th quarter. Largest lead of the game for Nebraska at 63-59. Penn State ball. They shovel it to Hagens at the top. Chest pass to Marisa, working around a Cash screen. They shovel it to Cash. Will be her first 3 of the season, and it's good for straight away. Johnasia Cash. Wow. First 3 of the season.
She can do it all, Justin.
Unbelievable. She's already has her 4th straight double-double. It's 17 and 13, first 3 of the year. And the shot clock was winding down there, so she had to heave it up. Izzy Bourne from the free throw line extended. Shot lips out. Rebound for Cash. That's her 14th rebound for the SMU transfer. Nebraska by 1. Driving. Burke for 3. No. Right wing. Offensive rebound. Cash tries to stick it in, but she's fouled by Izzy Bourne. 2 free throws coming up for Johnasia Cash, who in 17 minutes has 17 points and 14 rebounds. Just 2 personal fouls for Cash. And she's just been a monster. 2 free throws here for Cash, who's 4 for 8 from the stripe.
And they've tacked on 1 more rebound now on the stat
15.
monitor, so 15 for Cash. And you can tell in the last minute, since Kate Kane's been out of the game, she's been taking a rest coming out of the Penn State timeout. Johnasia Cash is the central figure in this Penn State offense right now.
Cash able to hit them both. 64-63. She's got the last 5 Lady Lion points. 6:45 to go in the 4th. Huskers moving it right to left. A bounce pass deep inside. Lefty finger roll shot lips out. But there was a push foul on the follow-through by Maddie Burke. And 2 free throws here for Izzy Bourne, who missed the last 4 games with an ankle injury. Did not start this game, but Amy Williams is easing her back into the action, and she's playing in the trenches right now in a 1-point game with six and change to go in the 4th quarter. Conley makes that free throw.
It's been a frequent situation this year for Nebraska where Amy Williams has had to put somebody back in the lineup after a lengthy layoff. Each time they played double-digit minutes.
Another rebound for Cash. That's her 16th.
Missed free throw could be clutch here. Nebraska's only 4 of 11 from the line in the game.
Her career high is 17. That was last month against Indiana in terms of rebounds. 64-64 is the score after Bourne went 102 from the stripe. Curling inside, it's Marisa. Layup flips out. And it's Nebraska ball moving right to left, tied at 64.
Unlucky rim for Marisa tonight.
Hybe between the rings. An entry to Bella Cravens. Turnaround jumper 8 feet away. Rebound for Cash. Ties a career high with 17 rebounds. Now she's running the point guard duty. Slips, shovels it to Marisa. 1-on-1 against Cravens. Spinning in the lane. Layup short. Marisa tried to follow her shot into the hands of Hybe. Cross-court pass intended for Whitney Brown. Sails through her fingertips, trying to act like a wide receiver and make a catch in stride. And it's a rush turnover for Nebraska. Penn State basketball moving left to right. Each team with 9 TOs. 64-64 the score, exactly 6 minutes remain. And
interesting, so far to this point, 9 turnovers aside, this possession still up for grabs as far as this category, but in points on turnovers, it's 13-0 in favor of the Cornhuskers. Penn State has forced 9 turnovers, but they haven't scored a bucket on the following possession, so this possession will be huge to break that goose egg.
Beverly at the Lady Lion logo gets a screen from Cash. Pulls up, free throw line extended, pops out. Offensive rebound by Burke momentarily, then it's saved by Cravens. Sable tried to catch the flick of the save, but it sails off of Sable, and it's Nebraska basketball.
Now another empty possession after gathering the turnover. When you can get those bonus possessions by forcing the ball loose, especially when there haven't been that many turnovers in the game, that's something that if you're the Penn State coaching staff, I'm sure you're going to look at after the game and say, that's where we needed to have improved in that game.
Hybe with just 10 points, averages north of 17, trapped in the corner. They break the full court press. Caden playing with 3 fouls. Touch pass to Kane deep inside, and Cash commits a foul. That's her 3rd, and it's an and-one opportunity here for Kate Kane. Kate Kane's got 19 points on 9 of 14 shooting, and she'll toe the line.
And you got to credit Nebraska. Great passing by the Cornhuskers. Penn State with the pressure, full court, man for man, trying to trap all over the place, but the Cornhuskers able to escape all the traps, and they find Kane wide open underneath, and Johnasia Cash, I'm sure, would like to have that play back.
Free throw short for Kate Kane, and it's picked up by Shea Hagans. Hagans with an outlet to Beverly up the near side. Beverly starts, stops, winds it back out at the near wing. Burke at the top, Burke at the free throw line. Shovels it back out to Hagans. 5:20 to go in the fourth. Nebraska 66, Penn State 64. Lady Lions with the ball to our right. Marisa backs up. Now jets inside the arc. At the free throw and extended, hops, a kick out. Hagans in front of her own bench, bypasses the three, settles for a long two, and hits it silky smooth. We're tied at 66 midway through the fourth quarter. Nebraska moving it right to left. Hybe with the controls, barks at a play with her offhand. Walks it up the near side, knee-high dribble, gets a screen from Cravens. Moves to the free throw line, high arcing shot, lips out. Two-handed rebound for Maddie Burke, that's her 7th rebound. To Shea Hagans, angles her way inside, splits a double team, but she's fouled by Scoggins. And 2 free throws coming up for Shea Hagans after this immediate timeout. 4:41 to go in the fourth quarter, Joe. It's 66-66 between Nebraska and Penn State. Do not go anywhere on the Penn State Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
Baskets are from distance, which has enabled them to keep pace with the Huskers.
And one was from Johnasia Cash, her first 3 of the season. It's the 14th game of the year. So 2 free throws for Shea Hagans, 83% shooter, sophomore from Manassas, Virginia. Had a tremendous game to open up the road trip last week, where she notched 18 points in the come-from-behind win against Illinois. First free throw sails in. 67-66, Penn State leads Nebraska. Bending her knees, flicking her wrist. The free throw off the front iron and drops in for Hagans. Lady Lions back in front. Here's Nebraska with their red uniforms moving right to left. Scoggins across the midcourt stripe, the JUCO transfer. Chest pass to Hybe, right wing. Top of the key for Izzy Bourne. Popping up right wing, it's Scoggins. Back to Izzy Bourne straight away. Ball over her head. A shovel to Michael Caden. Over to Kate Kane. Far corner. Long two, rattles in. 21 points for Kate Kane, one off tying her career high when she had 22 in the upset win against Ohio State last month. 68-68 the score. Marisa angles her way inside. Off the glass, too strong. Rebound for Kate Kane, her 7th. Nebraska has the ball, tied at 68. 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Scoggins between the rings, barks out a play to Hybe. Over to Kane at the top. Kane swivels her head. They find Scoggins right wing, jabbing with her right foot, takes a dribble, picks it up. To Kane at the top. The 6'5" center has the ball between the rings. She desperately hands it off to Scoggins. Scoggins guarded tightly by Marisa at the free throw line. A kick to Bourne, right wing 3. That's good. Nebraska's hit 9 of their last 16 three-point field goal attempts. They jump in front 71-68, 3:30 to go in the fourth.
That's the 5th lead change in this fourth quarter alone, 8th of the game.
Marisa with the ball to our right at the Lady Lion logo, knee-high dribble. Gets a screen from Cash, streaks down the left side, picks up her dribble at the Big Ten logo. A pitch to Cash at the free throw line, and Carolyn Keeger calls a timeout. We'll keep it right here, 71-68. Nebraska leads Penn State, 3:17 to go in the fourth quarter. This game is so important for both teams. Let's look at it from Nebraska's angle.
You feel pressure sometimes as an offense to respond, especially after Nebraska just hit a 3. They went ahead by 3 points. You don't have to equalize with a 3 right away. You can chip away at the lead, take it one possession at a time.
And there's so much teaching when you have the 9th youngest team in the nation. You want to make sure the game isn't too fast for them. Beverly with the inbounds pass to Cash. Streaks to the hoop, curls in, counts in the foul against Kate Kane. That's Kane's 4th. And for Cash, she's got 21 points, maybe 22 if she hits the free throw. 71-70, Nebraska leads Penn State. 3:13 to go in the fourth quarter.
And again, you don't need the three-point shot right away. Maybe you can get 3 the old-fashioned way as Cash takes it right to Kate Kane. That's a veteran move by a veteran player and a chance to pull Penn State even once again.
21 points in 21 minutes for Johnasia Cash. Flicks her wrist. Free throw sails off the left side of the iron into the hands of Izzy Bourne. Still a 1-point Nebraska lead with the ball moving right to left. Caden at the top. Izzy Bourne. Catch and shoot 3 straight away off the right side of the rim. two-handed rebound for McKenna Maurice, who zigzags her way to the front court. Zips a pass to Johnasia Cash, lays it in with her fingertips on the right block, and Penn State jumps in front 72-71. 23 points on 8 of 14 shooting for Johnasia Cash.
Penn State ups the pace, and it pays immediate dividends. Marisa connecting with Cash.
Hybe, knee-high dribble. Hybe only 10 points in this one. 7th leading scorer in the Big Ten. Turnaround jumper for Kate Kane. Rattles out. Rebound for Johnasia Cash. That's her 18th, a career high. Lost the dribble off her knee. We've got a tie-up, and possession arrow favors Penn State. 2:31 to go in the fourth quarter. 72-71. Penn State leads Nebraska. Penn State basketball in their black and pink uniforms moving right to left. You've got Burke, Beverly, Marisa, Cash, and Hagens on the court. A veteran lineup for this team standard.
Yes.
Beverly at the top. A bounce pass to Cash at the Big Ten logo. Going one-on-one against Kane. Tries to curl a shot in. Tough angle. It sails off the heel. Rebound for Maurice, and we got a frustration foul on Nebraska.
That's Sam Hybe, and that'll be her second. And Johnasia Cash, once again, takes it right to the rim, takes it right at Kate Kane with 4 fouls, knowing she can't play an aggressive, zealous kind of defense. The shot doesn't go, but then it's Marisa, aggressive, the want-to on the rebound to pry it away from Hybe, force the foul, and you know she is a tremendous free throw shooter, especially here in the last moments of the game. She's one of those players that comes through in the clutch just because she plays at the same level late in the fourth quarter as she does the entire rest of the ball game.
You mentioned Hybe's second foul. More importantly, team's 5th foul, so you're right, Joe. Marisa is at the line. She hits the free throw. Marisa had the buzzer-beating layup in non-conference play against Rhode Island, nearly a triple-double against Syracuse. That 26-point performance against Purdue, a breakout sophomore year, and calmly hits both to stretch the lead to 74-71, 2:15 to go in the fourth. Nebraska ball moving right to left. Down 3. Porter at the top. The Hybe left wing. Over to Cravens at the free throw line. They lob it to the 6'5" Kane in the center, and then she tries to pirouette a pass through a triple team, and it's picked off by Hagens.
Great job by Marisa coming over on help defense underneath, covering Scoggin and allowing Hagens to make the steal.
Marisa moves to the right wing. They pitch it to Beverly in the corner. Beverly moves to the top of the key to Marisa left wing. Back to Beverly near wing. Touch pass to Cash. Turnaround jumper. Big Ten logo. Johnasia Cash has 25 points on 9 of 16 shooting in 22 minutes of action. Efficiency for the senior. 5-point lead for Penn State. Amy Williams needs a timeout with 91 seconds remaining. We'll keep it right here. Johnasia Cash just taking over in this fourth quarter. She's absolutely locked in, Joe.
Cash has thrived where, Cash rose to the challenge playing Kane. Kane upped the stakes a little bit. Now Johnasia Cash has found that fourth gear, and she's using it to great advantage against a great player in Kate Kane, who is playing with 4 fouls right now.
Nebraska's 9 for their last 17 from beyond the arc, though. Threes are going to need to get them back in this game. They have the ball in the front court, down 5. Hybe near wing. Matchup zone here for Penn State. Cravens down the right side, dribbles it off her head, and that's going to be, they're going to say it was last touch maybe by Marisa or Burke. It's going to stay with Nebraska. The refs are going to meet. Bruce Morris and Maggie Timon are going to meet near the Lady Lion logo. And are they going to review it here, Joe?
Yep, they are.
Yeah, Bruce Morris says, let's go to the monitor. I thought it was a very high dribble for Cravens as she streaked down the right side. I thought maybe it hit off the top of her head. They're just showing the replay here at the Jordan Center. Let's take a look. She's got the ball at the right elbow. She has a high dribble, and it sails off her right fingertip. And I don't think
out of her hand.
I don't think Burke or Marisa or Cash touch it. It should be Penn State ball moving left to right. That's not the possession you want if you're Nebraska off of your coach's timeout, an empty sequence.
And Amy Williams was not happy when Maggie Timon came over to inform her that they were looking at the play, I think for 2 reasons. One, I think she knew that the ball was going to go back to Penn State off the review. Second, she wanted a foul on the play.
From Maggie Timon, so she gets it. Anyways, Maddie Burke has the ball. Penn State needs to go 94 feet. She can run the baseline here. Maddie Burke bounces a pass to Marisa. It's a full court press here for Nebraska. Marisa swivels it out to Nia Beverly to Shea Hagens, diagonal pass, and then Hagens wiggles it back out. Hagens had a clear layup, but Penn State's thinking, Joe, time is more important.
Exactly.
And then a foul is assessed on Cravens. Her second. Team 6. They're over the limit, and free throws here for McKenna Marisa.
And that's a smart play by Shea Hagens, the sophomore, a veteran as far as this team is
concerned. I know we joke about that a lot.
But Shea Hagans did the exact right thing. Time is more important. Make them put you on the free throw line and extend the lead that way, although Marisa misses the first, which is a very rare occasion for her.
Yeah, Marisa, near 80% free throw shooter for her career, 76 this season, makes the second, misses the first. It's a 77-71 Penn State lead, $1:09 to go in the fourth quarter.
And now Nebraska, they're going to make the switch each time. It's going to be Kane
for offense, right. Kane for offense and Bourne for defense, because you don't want Kane fouling.
But Johnasia Cash, we've seen Johnasia Cash be able to influence offensive players to commit fouls as well.
And Cash only has 3 fouls, so she's going to be more aggressive here.
Yes.
Nebraska's down 6, still a 2-possession game. Kane has it, turnaround jumper, in it, and Johnasia Cash has 8 of those 11 points.
And what I tell you, Justin, yes, she's only a 50% free throw shooter, but she rises.
Nebraska's 9 for their last 17 from beyond the arc after starting 0 for 7. They've got to hit some threes here, Joe. It's a 3-possession game inside a minute to go. They have the ball in the front court. Scoggins lobs it out to Hybe. Hybe, which is 10 points.
Man-for-man defense.
Hybe moves to the near wing. They swivel it out to Cravens. To Scoggins at the top. Bluffs on a 3. Step back straight away for Scoggins, and she nets it. 79-74, big bucket for the redshirt sophomore. Nia Beverly has the ball pinned in the corner off the inbounds from Burke, and Beverly's foul with 44.5 seconds remaining. So Nebraska's going to extend this one out. They're going to play the free throw game. Beverly's going to shoot some free throws here.
Well, if Nebraska hits a bunch of 32-footers here in the last minute, I guess you got to give them credit. That's not a shot that I think you would have seen in the course of normal play, but Ashley Scoggin, knowing the situation, just released, and it swishes through.
2 free throws for Beverly, 7 for 12 from the stripe this season for the senior transfer from Wisconsin, guides the first free throw in. It's a 2-possession game. This one is big to make it 3 possessions. 80-74, 44.5 seconds remaining. Free throw to our right is good. And Amy Williams calls her penultimate timeout to have been over every 33 minutes. She has none in 38 minutes tonight. She's a flat-out difference maker.
And she's got 3 assists tonight. I better see Nia Beverly at the top of the Big Ten leaderboard for assist-to-turnover ratio by Sunday.
Hagans deflects that ball into the first row of seats. On the sideline, out of bounds entry pass from Sam Hybe. 81-74, Penn State leads Nebraska, 43.7 seconds left. Hybe will trigger in on the sideline in front of Mark Resch, the official. Amy Williams does have one more timeout. Scoggins just hit a 3 over to Hybe in between the rings. Need a sense of urgency here. Scoggins thought about the step back. Now she'll shoot the step back 3 off the front iron, and an offensive rebound for Sam Hybe. Hybe chest on the right side, a bounce pass into the wickets of Kate Kane. It slips through her legs, and it's an empty sequence here. Penn State ball, shot clock turned off at 29.4 seconds remaining. Cash will come out, Camden will come in. They'll get some better free throw shooters on the court, and Penn State leads by 7.
Penn State has allowed a grand total of 3 points over the last 3.5 minutes.
What a win this would be for the Lady Lions. I mean, Nebraska came in as the next 4 out in the NCAA tournament, and Hybe commits the touch foul on Marisa. They're over the limit. 2 free throws here for McKenna Marisa. You know, Coach Keeger talked about, hey, we want to learn some lessons this year. And a couple games ago against Minnesota right here at the Jordan Center, they let a fourth-quarter lead slip away. With about 7 minutes left, they had a 10-point lead, Joe. And, you know, Scalia hit some threes. Powell hit some pull-up jumpers, made her free throws, and it got away from them. And since then, you know, this team has responded. And when you have the 9th youngest team in the country, 11 underclassmen, it's all about learning and buying in, being coachable, listening to people who've done it before, like Carolyn Keeger and Jenny Boggess and Ashley Early and Maya Johnson. First free throw in, second free throw in. It's a 9-point lead with 29 seconds remaining. And
has worked with very coachable players, and Jenny Boggess had a great tweet about coaches. They're not trying to break you down, they're trying to break them through, and that's what this Lady Line coaching staff has done.
Yeah, that got about like 500 likes. It was pretty cool.
It's over 1,500 now.
Oh, is it? 3 straight away. In and out for Porter. Rebound for Hagans, who's fouled by Whitney Brown. It's just bookkeeping at this point, Joe. The Lady Lions can smell it. Rocking the black and pink unis, dating back to the late 1800s. This team had 2 come-from-behind wins on the road. Keeger challenged them to face an NCAA tournament caliber team in Nebraska. Haven't beaten Nebraska in a couple years. And, wow, this team was able to respond. You know, Burke had those 8 straight points to close the third quarter, and then Cash took over in the fourth quarter. Cash in the fourth quarter alone, 13 points and 8 rebounds.
And working on the 2020 game. Don't know if she'll have the chance at that 20th rebound. She's at 19 right now, a career high, but boy, it'd be great if she could grab just one more and make it official. Just the magnificence of the game she's played tonight.
Free throw made by Hagans. Next free throw is good. 85-74. Penn State on a 17-3 run the last 3 minutes. Talk about finishing strong. And then a foul is committed. Lady Lions had a foul to give.
Yep.
Up by 11 with 15 seconds remaining is Penn State. Cash had a huge three-point field goal, too, as well, which really jolted the confidence of this young club.
To beat the shot clock, it was just like a mid-ranger for her.
Ivy from the free throw line short. Rebound for Brown. Slips through her hands. Burke has it. And the clock will just expire. The Lady Lions, tremendous team collaborative effort, get their first home win since their locker room was redone. A lot of partying and celebrating in that lavish new facility for the Lady Lions, rocking the black and pink attire.